Hello, everybody who is watching this today. I am here with my good friend Carly and business partner, and we are just both so excited to have you here with us today. Before we get started, I would love to just like tune into our bodies for a minute and just close your eyes wherever you are. And I want to take a few deep breaths because it's so important that our nervous systems are regulated and our minds are clear, and I just want you to feel as calm as possible so that you can take in this information and make an aligned decision for you. So just take 3 deep breaths in through your nose, hold at the top, and exhale, release it all out. Again, inhale through the nose. And exhale, feel your shoulders relax. One more inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it all out. Open your eyes, come back to your body, and okay, let's get started. So we are here to show you the roadmap to live a life full of purpose and intention. We're going to show you how we shifted our inner worlds to start to change our outer worlds. So hey there, I'm Carly Smith, because we have 2 Carlys here.
Obviously.
Hobby. Okay, so I want to give you a little backstory of where I was primarily before I started my online business. So I was feeling really lost and lacking purpose in life. I would wake up every day and I just didn't feel like I was working towards anything. I just felt like I was drifting through life. I was also very burnt out and always just getting by. I have been with my husband for 11 years, and honestly, it just feels like we've been on this hamster wheel of going through the same thing over and over again, living paycheck to paycheck, never really changing anything. And so I had to really feel this out and be like, hey, I know I'm meant for more than what I'm settling for. There's got to be something more out there. I was on maternity leave with my 3rd baby. It was nearing its end, so it was coming back to that time where I had to go back to my regular 9 to 5 job. I was feeling incredible anxiety over it, feeling down in the dumps and just unsure about life. So I wanted to wake up feeling purpose and excitement for the day. I desired to have goals and actually work towards what I wanted. And so that's kind of how everything started in order for me to shift into a new mindset, a new space, a new being. So where am I at now? So I started to feel purpose again. And this is honestly after, I'm going to say it's after I started my online business, because this is when I truly started to make the shifts, when I made a change. So I came back alive. I woke up in the morning excited to be a better version of myself and actually start crushing my goals. I started to make mindset shifts. I started meditating every day, journaling, learning, just going back to the basics of like, okay, how do I wake up and just feel happy for the day? What do I have to do right now in order to shift into a little bit of a better mindset, a better feeling? So I can be the best version of myself for me, but also for my family, my kids, my husband, because they don't deserve to have a mom that wakes up and is dreading the day and just trying to get by. So that really started to shift for me. My confidence dramatically shifted for the better. I started to show up online authentically and unapologetically. This was just my time to just make things happen without worrying about what anybody else thinks, because at the end of the day, this is our lives and it's not that long when you actually think about it. And I was like, I don't want to have any regrets looking back on my life. I want to make things happen now. I want to be the best version of myself now so that I can look back and be truly happy for what I accomplished. So I started to work on my own terms without burnout and work, and life started to be fun and meaningful. I started traveling more, making more travel plans. Carly and I are going to Japan in literally 30 days, which I never thought I would ever be going to Japan or that it would be possible. And yeah, I discovered that it had been me holding myself back the whole time. So prior to all this travel and the things I had started doing, it was me getting in my own way. It was my own limitations saying, no, we don't have money for this. I can't do this because I have 3 kids. But then as soon as I shifted into this space, I was like, wait a second, I can do this. I was just telling myself that I can't do it. And so it's just honoring what you feel you need inside, following the nudges and going for it and saying yes to yourself. And I really realized I had a mission to free my family from lack and scarcity and create the life we desire and deserve because it's all our birthrights. I feel like we all hold a lot of generational trauma in our beings, in our cells, in our subconscious minds. We don't even know it's happening, but it's there. And it's all about rewiring these old belief patterns into a new paradigm. We really have to make that shift and be aware of it in order to make the change. So now I'm going to pass it. Oh, what happened here? Why is, oh, sorry, guys. I'm going to pass it over to my good friend, Carly.
That's me.
Here. So yeah, introduce yourself. And I'm so excited to hear from you.
I know, it's nice to be here. Yes, I'm Carly, and yeah, this picture brings back a lot of memories because it was one of the days when Carly and I were out in the forest together. I'm gonna click to this one. I was really struggling in my life. I feel like for a lot of my life, I've been struggling with anxiety, low self-confidence, not quite sure who I was, didn't feel like I fit in, and just kind of like enmeshed into who everybody else was. And it wasn't until I had children, I have 2 little boys, that the world was like, yo, we're here to shake things up. I believe my children came into my life for just that reason. And so I've been on a journey for many, many years of like complete devastation to like, oh, I found myself again, then to having another kid and feeling like I lost everything again. And now I am coming out of, what I believe to be, a really powerful part of my life. So before I found Carly, I was back as a teacher, elementary school teacher, even though I had left that profession to become a life coach after my first son was born. I found something different. I found my purpose. I found a way to help people. I found a way to be me and to love what I was doing. But then life happened and kids happened, and I needed to go back into the vault of healing to like, it was logged in my body. And so life coaching took a pause and I needed to make money again. And so I went back to being a teacher, even though I knew in my heart and soul that wasn't at all for me. But so then I was back as a teacher again for a few months, and it's the same kind of stuff. All these feelings in my body was saying no, my heart was saying no, my health was declining. I was stressed out and sad and like not wanting to be on this planet anymore because it just, nothing felt aligned. And so basically before some of those things, having an identity crisis. If I'm not going to be a teacher, if I can't be a teacher, then what the hell am I going to be? I've always identified as a teacher. I was back at school being like, nobody gets me here. I'm this weird girl who wants to hug trees and take my shoes off, and everybody thinks that's wrong and weird. And so like I was in 2 different worlds. So before I was like back and forth between this is what feels good, but this is what I got to do. And this is what feels good, but this is what I got to do. And it's like, was so confusing. I was feeling very delusional. Like I knew, because I had been a life coach before, I knew that life could be different. I knew that you could just believe in yourself and the universe and things came to you. But I was so unsure, uncertain, and scared, and like very disconnected from myself, afraid in my body, disconnected from my boys, and just like so many aspects of my life are coming up to be like questioned and healed and created. But a huge state of freeze. And so then I found Carly as I was walking. It's one of my favorite stories. I was walking through the forest being like, here we are again. We are back at school, questioning this, knowing it's not for you, but what the hell am I going to do? Somebody please help me. I don't know how many times I spent in the car crying and begging for help. And I found Carly's Instagram, and literally she was like doing all these things that were aligned with me. She was in the forest. She was meditating. She was dancing. And then she wrote, I left my 9 to 5. What? Like, what do you mean? What is that even all about? Anyways, fast forward to now. I won't go into all that, but fast forward to now when I hooked up with Carly, watched a video, allowed myself to believe in myself again, to be open to what's possible. And I literally was like, I felt that feeling in my body, that's been speaking to me so loudly in these devastating ways. But in this moment, I felt this calm feeling, this yes feeling, and a feeling that I'm still getting used to because I abandoned that so much. And there was this feeling, I was like, yo, girl, this is for you. So now I said yes. I was back in January. I said yes. And now I couldn't feel gratitude before. I've done other things healing wise too. So the business in conjunction with these other things that have come because I have the time and the space and all the things. But I feel grateful now. I feel grateful every day. People would say you got to feel grateful. I was like, I can't feel grateful, but I feel grateful. I feel happy to be alive. I feel passionate and purposeful. I know that teaching is not for me. Like I know it in a deeper level now that my purpose is literally to be me, to be on this planet, to heal, to share my vision and my truth and help other people. I know that I am not defined by a role. Still feeling delusional, but in a good way. Like we're all delusional because we dream and we manifest and we create. And so I feel delusional, like in a good way.
The Lulu for the Salulu.
Right? It's like, I like feeling delusional.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
And then connected to the most authentic community. Like I was like, I just need people who understand me, who are in the same boat as me, who are navigating similar things. So I don't feel so alone. And I literally have that. Obviously, we have our own stories and our own truths. We're not all the same, but we are here for more. We can share that we're struggling and we support each other. And I don't have to fake it. I don't have to fake it. I can cry and say, I can just be myself. That's all I ever want to be from now on. I literally won't settle for anything else anymore. And then me and my boys, like I'm so dedicated to healing, and that's why I chose this business too, is because literally you have to do the inner work to be able to show up and share your heart and truth. And so like my relationship with my boys, I am a much more present mom. I have fun with them. I like can teach them things now, and I'm not so scared. So
It's beautiful.
It wouldn't have been possible if I didn't say yes. So that's a bit of where I'm at
Thank you
now.
so much for sharing. I love your story so much, and I continue to be inspired by you on the daily. So I love this definition. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It's pretty self-explanatory, but we have to make a change in order to see change. So I'll leave you with that there. Okay, now I want to get into the 3 pillars that we focus on when starting an online business, how we go about it, and the things we focus on. So we focus on attraction marketing, affiliate marketing, and automation. So I want Carly to touch on attraction marketing, which is when you are attracted to purchase something without being told to do so.
I was basically attracted to what Carly was sharing. I was attracted to her as a person. I was attracted to the message that she was sharing. I didn't know anything about the products. I didn't even know what she sold. I didn't know if she sold anything, but I knew that based on what I was seeing on her social media, on her Instagram, I was drawn to it. And that I feel like is a really beautiful thing. You just get to be you, share your heart, share your story. And then people who are like-minded, people who are drawn to you, people who care about the same things that you do. She also, her children go to an alternative school, which was where my children are going to go. And so I trusted her because I saw, like, I didn't even know her, but I trusted her based on what I saw on her social media. I saw her living the life and having the values similar to me. And so I was attracted to her. So that just made it much more simple for me to be interested and curious about what it was that she was actually marketing. What was she actually selling? Because I didn't even know you were selling.
Yeah, because we are in marketing and sales, and a lot of people like that gives them the ick, that scares them. They're like, I don't want to go after my friends and family and try to sell my products. And what we learn in here is really how to use attraction marketing. And I'll go into the next slide, which is building your personal brand and showing up on social media as your true authentic self. Sharing your life, sharing your family, your values, everything you believe in, and you will attract the right people in who will become your soul tribe. And that's what Carly and I have created here. We have a friendship, a bond now that we would never have created if it wasn't for social media and this business. And another thing I want to touch on is like, there's so many positive and powerful ways we can use social media these days. You never know what people are going through, and what you share can be something that they truly, truly need to see that day and can change the course of their direction in life. And I think that is so important because social media can be used for negative things too. But if we use it in the most truthful and loving way, like I'm getting chills talking about it because there's so many people out there that need your help and you have so much to share. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so pillar 2 is affiliate marketing, and that is when you partner with a company and get paid commissions when you sell a product or service on their behalf. So the company that we choose to partner with is Enagic, and there's so many reasons why this company was a yes for me, but 3 things I just want to focus on. The first one is health. So Enagic is a 50-year-old award-winning Japanese water technology company. Water is literally a product something like we can't live without. Like you can live without so many things in life. You can live without makeup. You can live without protein shakes. Water is something that everybody on the planet needs. And Enagic has found a way to produce the best, most hydrogen-rich drinking water that hooks right up to your tap. So that was huge for me because I've always been health conscious. I want my family to be as healthy as possible. The second is wealth. So Enagic is a privately held company with a patented compensation plan that no one else can duplicate. So in any other network marketing industry, like company, you will never see this compensation plan anywhere else. And they are a high ticket company, which just basically means their products are a higher value. They're high end products. So the commissions are going to be a lot higher than what you would normally see in other companies. And then the third one is freedom, which we all want. Enagic is on a worldwide mission to free as many families as possible and break the cycle of poverty by sharing the best drinking water and paying you abundantly for doing so. These three things, oh my gosh, I'm getting chills right now because I feel it so deeply that this company is going to change the world, and they are currently in the process of doing that. Okay, so I'm just going to briefly touch on 3 products that we recommend. So the first one is the K8 water ionizer that hooks up right to your sink. It's their flagship water ionizer. It produces antioxidant-rich water, is filled with molecular hydrogen to absorb and penetrate your cells for optimal hydration. It produces 7 different pH levels to replace other household needs. So you can change the pH, use it as cleaners, facial toners, laundry detergent. There's like literally over 100 uses you can find for this machine on the internet. It's truly amazing. The second is the Anespa shower filter, which is your in-home spa experience shower attachment. It remineralizes water through an active charcoal ceramic filter while removing chlorine and bacteria, protect your family's skin from harmful chemicals. And the third is the Yukon turmeric. So this turmeric is a chemical-free wild turmeric, which has powerful antioxidant and antibacterial, anti-inflammatory properties. And an added bonus is this turmeric is all clean and grown in Kangen water. So truly freaking amazing. So Enagic, which I said previously, is a high ticket company. So high ticket basically just means higher commissions. So I'm going to touch on low profit versus high profit. So if you were selling a lower ticket item, say you were working for a company that sold protein shakes, it might take you 500 sales to make $10,000 versus with high profit. And in Enagic's case, since they're a higher end company, it would only take 5 sales to 10,000. But actually in our company with the strategy we use, we will show you how to get there in just 3 sales. So would you rather make 5 sales or 500 to hit $10,000? Pretty sure you would rather make 5. Okay, and pillar 3 is automation. So if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So what if there was a way for you to make sales 24/7 without you having to be the one to present the offer, jumping on calls, closing paperwork, doing all of the back end work, but you were able to plug into a system that did a lot of the heavy lifting for you. So it truly is the secret sauce to having time freedom. And without it, you don't actually have your time. And for me, as a busy mom of 3, this was huge for me because I was like, how, if I have to be hopping on calls with people all day long, processing paperwork, doing all of that, explaining, because at the beginning when I started my business, I didn't really know how to explain anything. You kind of learn as you go. And so we actually have advisors in the back end of our businesses who will do all of that for you. So that was for me like, yes, I am in. And a couple examples of how automation worked for me. The first time I was in Alberta, Canada, and I had my very first sales call. I was sleeping because of the time change. And one of my girls had a sales call, and I woke up in the morning and the sales call went great. And I was like, oh my God, I was sleeping while having like a sales call. That's like true automation right there. And then I actually made my very first sale while I was on a flight to Mexico. So I was like, oh my God, like this business really does give you that time freedom. And for moms, it's so important. Like if you want to touch on automation a little bit.
Yeah,
And
well,
how that,
just my experience with you. Like I reached out to you via social media. We had a couple voice memos. I love voice memos. And then I signed up for this academy that walks you through, just like asks you really deep, meaningful questions about like your why, like what you want your life to be like. Had tons of information about the business, about the community, about inner work, which I love. But like my time spent with you wasn't very long. Sent me to this thing. I felt like it was a yes, went through it, talked to the people, did all my stuff, and then she checked back in with me to see how I was doing. But like, but between, and everything that the parts, this is what like gets me all jazzed up is like the parts that you love, you can do that. So if you don't like paperwork and you just like to have these meaningful soul connected conversations, because we did, I
Yeah.
was skeptical. I wasn't sure. I was like, heard the yes, but then I was like, all my brain said no. And so got to chat with Carly more because really she was there for me. There was zero pressure, but she was there for me to walk me through and talk me through the things that were coming up for me. That was how she decided to show up for me.
Yeah, basically we got
Yeah.
to build the relationship and then the business was taken care of by somebody else,
Yeah.
which is automation. And this business is relationships, it's community. And we're going to touch on that soon. But actually right now we're going to touch
How
on
about right now
community.
we do?
How about right now? So I'm actually going to get Carly to touch on community because this was so big for her. It's one of the main reasons why she jumped into this space. So take it away.
Yeah. But I was in a really dark place when I started, when I found out about Enagic. And when I watched the initial video, which is another part of automation, people have come together to create these really beautiful stories and webinars and stuff to share their truth and the products. And I watched it and just like I was in tears watching it because people were talking like me. They were talking about energy and they were talking about, one girl had been in a mental facility, which I had too. And I was like, there's other people out there who aren't going back to the thing that they think they have to. They are making it work in another way. And so people were crying and dancing and laughing. And like, there was just realness, so much realness and vulnerability and truth and authenticity and all the things that can sometimes feel really confronting because a lot of the world doesn't seem to exist like that. And so I felt like really alone, like, why am I crying so much? Why do I struggle so much? But it was because my soul was not aligned to certain things and certain people and certain stuff. And so, but when I watched the video, I was like, this is home. These are my people. They get me. They will love me unconditionally. They will support me and I will support them. And we can make something so magical here. And so because I knew, like I saw some of the girls, I'm like, I'm going to get to hang out with them and talk with them and create with them. And like, that's beautiful. I want to spend time with the people I love that are inspiring to me. So the fact that this business isn't just a business, like it's a community, it's a way of life, it's a family. I can reach out to anybody and say, can you help me? I'm struggling. Have you ever felt this way before? And every single person I've connected with so far understands, has been there, had the same feelings, struggled with the same thing. And I've been so supported. And that's what makes life meaningful to me, is that you can be there for people and they can be there for you. And so if you are literally searching for people that are real and heartfelt and struggle, like it's not easy. We still move through lots of limiting beliefs and emotions and stuff. But like if you want a safe place where you're understood and heard and seen and not judged and not pressured to do it a certain way to make sales or to you just get to exist and be you and share your heart if you want, like you literally get to create it and be supported by such beautiful people. So
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Go.
Okay, now I'm going to touch briefly on the compensation plan. I don't want to confuse anybody. It took me a while to even like grasp what the compensation plan was. I was just like, okay, I'm kind of making money here, but like I don't know how. So I was just going to my mentor and she was helping me out. So I'm going to explain. I just want you to go in with an open mind. Just take a look at the numbers and don't feel like you have to understand this at all. So Enagic's compensation plan works on an 8-point system. So there are 8 points total that are paid out depending on your rank. So think of it like a pie. 1 point equals 1 piece of the pie. So each point is worth a certain dollar amount depending on the Enagic product. So for example, the K8 water ionizer that we talked about, when you're at 1 point, so a 1A in the business, that would be $390 worth. So that was 1 point. We'll teach you how to earn all 8 points. And when you're earning all 8 points, 1K8 is a commission of $3,120. So you can really see when you rank up, these are really, really high commissions. So this is the ranking system. It actually goes beyond 6A, but I'm not going to get into that because again, I just want to simplify it for today. But basically you want to get to 6A as, I want to say as fast as possible, but you also have to do business on your own time. So it really doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there, but 6A is when you're going to get closer to that legacy income, which is where you're getting paid for life. It's willable to your children. You can pass it down to them after you're gone. So 6A is when you've made it to over 101 product sales. Again, you don't need to understand this. The prices will be listed in Canadian dollars and vary depending on your currency and where you are in the world. So as you earn more pieces of the pie, you will be out earning your sponsor. So regardless of who got started first. So it's honestly not like one person's just sitting at the top making all the money while you do all the work. Like it doesn't work that way. You can actually out earn the person who brought you in, which is amazing. So this business model, the comp plan is super fair for everybody. Okay, I want to just touch on the quad strategy. So this is not something you have to do. This is just something that our team recommends. This is something we did. I started on a quad. Carly started on a quad. It's if you really want to go all in on your business and rank up as fast as possible, make the highest amount of commissions, this is what we recommend. So you would start on 4 products, which is the Anespa shower filter, 2 K8s, and the Ukon. So this is how you earn right away. So you're going to purchase the Anespa shower filter from the person who introduced you to the business. You are then going to go on and sell yourself your first K8 and your 1A lane. You're going to earn a $390 commission for that. Okay. You're then going to go and sell yourself another K8 and earn another $390 commission. That's also in your 1A lane. Then you're going to go number 4 and sell yourself your Ukon. And this is going to go in your 2A lane because you're already ranking up to a 2A because you've sold yourself those 3 products. You're going to earn a $260 commission, earning you a total of $1,040. So right away, when you start your business, you're going to get a check in the mail for around $1,000, and you can actually put this money towards your products, your payments for the first couple of months. So it's really awesome. I was like, I can start a business and just get $1,000 back right away. Okay, let's do it. I'm starting on a quad. So then with the quad formula, when you go on and you start to make sales to other people, you're going to place these sales under number 4. So under this 2A lane, which then you get paid commissions for your 2A lane, but you also get paid through your original position. So the Anespa up top, number 1, you're going to earn there and in your Ukon lane. So that's how you're earning triple commissions when you start on a quad. So you will always earn an extra 2 commission points every time you make a sale when you start on a quad. That's $780 more on every K8 sold. So when you start on a quad, you will never receive less than $1,170, between that and $3,120 per K8. When you go on to sell quads, you will never earn less than around $3,000 to $8,000. Like when I saw these numbers, I was like, this is a game changer. I get to be myself. I get to share the best water out there and earn this kind of money. Like, I'm in. So when you start on a quad, if you go on and you sold 12 quads in 1 year, that's an extra $27,000. So if you started on one product and you sold 12 quads that year, you would be missing out on $27,000. So just try to wrap your head around, okay, I'm investing this money into a quad, but this is the income potential in 1 year. You have to try to start to expand your mind. In order to hop into these, I don't want to say hop, in order to shift into these bigger money mindset paradigms, we have to think bigger. We have to think, okay, all successful people out there, they invested something.
It's like long-term too, right? It's long-term vision as well.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's like, this isn't a quick get rich quick scheme. This is like, if this took you 5 years to build to legacy income, if you were going to be paid monthly for life in 5 years, would you do it? If it was guaranteed, you would probably say yes. But it's about taking risks. It's about trusting your gut and following the intuition. So 3 sales to your first $10,000 in this business. So when you start on a quad, if you go on to sell 3 quads, you'll see here sale number 1, sale number 2, sale number 3. You're actually earning a total of a little over $11,000 in 3 quad sales. 5 sales to your first 20 grand. You can see what you're making on sale 4 and 5, totaling a little over $22,000. 10 quad sales to your first $50,000. Like, come on, come on, $56,000 for making 10 sales. Like, this is life changing.
And one of the things I want to share too is like when we say the word sales, it's like so much more than a sale. It's like
It's a gift.
You're giving somebody something that's going to significantly improve their health or contribute to a well-being, but you're freeing them. You're giving them like a way of life, a community. It's like you're selling them a beautiful, beautiful life. So it's not just like the sale of the product. For me, when I like think about it, I'm like, it's not like when I say make a sale, it's like so much more than that. It's actually, yeah, it's like a gift. It's like a
Mhm.
gift. Like you're supporting people there. You're letting them leave a job that they don't like. You're significantly improving their well-being and their health and their trust and belief in themselves. So it's so much bigger than
Yeah.
that. And that's like, that's, yeah.
We're meant to feel abundant. We're meant
Mhm.
to be on this earth and make money and help each other. And we all feel so unworthy and shameful around money. And we really have to let that go because money is not the root of all evil. You can do really amazing things when you have a lot of money. And that's what our mission is. We want to make a lot of money, but we also want to give back. We want to help. We want to raise our families the way we dream of raising them, which is not what we've been led to believe is the truth. And so yeah, when you look at these numbers, just think of what you could do with this money.
Mhm.
It's not about greed. It's not about having it all and hoarding it and being scared to lose it. Money's supposed to flow. It's supposed to come in and out. There's an exchange. Think of it like water, like how water flows. Money flows in the same way. And it's about tapping into that. And I just can't wait until I get to the amazing things that I and we get to do with the money when we are
Mhm.
making this kind of money, because right now it's our journey. We aren't that far into this. And yes, I've made some money, but I'm not anywhere near like a $50,000 month, even though I don't want to say that. Maybe I am.
You might be,
I
yeah,
might
true.
be, but like, yeah, anyways, it's, it's all mindset. It's all mindset. So like I said before, getting to 6A in your business is truly like when you're getting close to that legacy income. So it's 101 product sales. So you can either sell like 100 individual K8 water ionizers, or if you use the quad strategy. So if you start on a quad and you go on and you sell 25 quad sales, that gets you to 6A. So you can kind of see how it's less sales when you use the quad strategy, but it's not like if someone wants to come into this business on one product, totally fine. We just want to help people get this water into their homes. We want to give them a vehicle to make an income, and however they feel they are aligned with starting, that's all that matters.
Hmm.
So just to recap, you're getting high level health products in your home for 25 plus years, replacing bottled water, cleaning products, beauty products. You're guaranteed to earn money right away. You're earning 3 times the commissions on your very first sales. You're setting an example for others of the best way to get started. You're getting to 6A in your business 4 times quicker, and you're adopting an all-in mindset on your investment and really treating it like a business. So where did we start? We started by saying yes to ourselves, going all in and learning more. So I think Carly had kind of talked about the academy before, but we enrolled into an academy that took us through a discovery process. So we paid $49. And it gave us personal development and business strategy all in one place, online courses, high-level masterclasses, mindset trainings, sales and marketing, product videos, automations. You truly can start this business and have no freaking clue what you're doing. I was never in sales. I was never in marketing. I had no idea what I was doing. And I was just like, let's go. I have all of this training right here. I can do this. So once you pay your $49, because usually it's 99, but you're for the first month, it's 50% off. So you'll pay 49 US dollars. You'll go through a 90-minute discovery process, which to me, when I did that day, I was like, my life was already changed. So it'll take you through a series of videos and questions, asking you what your goals are. What do you want your life to look like? If money wasn't an issue, what would you be doing? Like if you had to map out your day from start to finish and it was the most perfect day ever, what does that look like? So you're going to go through that. It's going to explain the products a little bit more, the compensation plan. It'll give you options in the best way to get started. And then you also get a call with an advisor, a qualified advisor in the academy who will answer all your questions. It's about 45 minutes long and you can ask them questions. They'll help you with your financing, getting started. And if you pay that $49 and after 2 weeks, if you decide this isn't for you, it's not in alignment, you're not ready for it, they'll actually refund you your $49 back. So you
Mhm.
really have nothing to lose just by going and taking a look at what this company has to offer.
Just go in, do a couple of the inner work modules. You'll feel 1,000
Yeah,
times better. And then if you don't want to keep going, you don't
yeah,
have to, but
it's so
so worth it.
true. Yeah. So your next steps would be to ask the person who invited you here for the link to the academy. Start your journey right now and book your advisor call as soon as possible and complete your discovery process. Just at least do that. And a bonus offer that Carly and I are offering right now is if you dive in and complete your 90-minute discovery process within the next 24 hours, we will hop on a call with you and we can map out what your goals are. We'll just basically listen to you, and we'll listen to where your heart's at and what you want in life and what you desire. And we can go all into that on a call. If you just hop into the academy, go through the discovery process, we will be so happy to chat with you and connect. And I just want to let you say any last words
And be honest with you. Like, there's no question you can ask me, at least, that I won't tell you the truth. There's no question that you can't ask, or insecurity that you can't have, or anything. You can just literally like let it all out, and we're here to support you. That's one of the things I love so much about Carly, was that I never once felt pressured. I just only felt supported. And that's my goal. I don't want anybody to ever feel pressured by me. I want to be there to support you in the way that you need. So like, there's nothing that you can't say that we probably haven't already thought or questioned, but just know that it's a really safe place, like really, really safe, beautiful place.
yeah.
And yeah, like, just, I also feel like this happens to me all the time. Like, if you have a feeling and you're like, yes, do it. Your brain is 900 million% going to convince you not to do it 10 minutes from now. If you're having that feeling like, you know what, I kind of feel like I want something different. This kind of sounds really inspiring, but it also sounds like it, whatever. Just take a chance. Take a chance. I don't know how many times in my life I've made a decision to go to life coach school, and I tried my best to get my money back after. I tried all the things because my brain initially went to, that's not for you. You can't do it. What are you, crazy? You don't have that money. All those programs. So like, bank on the fact that you're going to hear in your body that this feels like a yes, and know that your brain is going to try to convince you that it's not. Just know that that's going to happen, that it's normal, that it's part of the process. But if you have that feeling like you want to take a chance, take a chance. Take a chance. You always have 2 weeks to take it back, but like, take a chance on you. Just, when you take a chance on you, you take a chance on everything. And when you take a chance on you, the universe responds and acknowledges and supports and loves. And so just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. It'd be freaky. It might freak you right out, but just literally just do it.
Open up your heart, expand your mind, and we cannot wait to celebrate.
We can play together. We get to have
Yeah.
fun together. We get to do this together. You're never alone.
So thank you so much for listening. If you're still here and you listen to the end and you're inspired, and we thank you so much. We have so much gratitude for your time and energy, and we cannot wait to celebrate you once you hop into the academy. Thank you so much. Have a good day.